Hey guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. My name is Darren. And I'm Darren too, by the way. And that guy too. Hey guys, while you're here, make sure you subscribe here on YouTube. And by the way, visit me on the web at www.darrenjohnson.org. And subscribe. Thanks guys. Okay guys, this next video is actually a continuation of the home automation set of videos. So I'm actually in my daughter's room here, and I'm going to take a minute to talk about some assets, connected devices that are actually made by Google. The first thing I'm going to highlight here is, so my daughter has a TV. This particular TV, I want to emphasize, it is not smart. So there's no software running on it. It's basically a large screen, with just waiting for an input. This is one of those deals we caught on Black Friday, the huge monitor. So essentially, a television like this, you would connect either a cable input or some HDMI device, a DVD player, or something to receive the signal. But we'll come back to this, but I just want to kind of highlight that moment for a moment. The next thing I want to talk about here is this little guy. This is a Google Mini. So I have it enclosed in a nice little apparatus here to kind of make it look neat here. It's wall mounted. Now if I walk around the corner, I have another device that's somewhat hidden, right? So this guy, if I zoom in, this is a Google router. This is actually part of the Google Wi-Fi product line. So this particular router is actually one of many, meaning I actually have one of these in each one of the rooms. It essentially creates a mesh network. So without getting very in-depth, a mesh network allows you to aggregate network connectivity to essentially make your network connection much faster. So this is pretty essential, because we do a lot of digital streaming here in the home. All right, so let's dive in. So I mentioned that my daughter's television was not smart. So we have this little device here. It says Logitech. This is actually part of a product line by Harmony. Harmony is I think a subsidiary of Logitech. So the Harmony Hub, it's a little tiny hub. The way this basically works is, so going back to this television, although it's not smart, it is remote enabled. So basically you can control it with a remote control, nothing sophisticated there. These remote controls basically have or work via an IR signal, right? So this little Harmony Hub can essentially record or capture an IR signal and attach it to what's called an activity. And you probably can almost guess where I'm going with that. So once it captures an activity, it can basically integrate the activity with Google Home, Google Assistant. So what that basically means is that you can call a command via Google, and that Google knows that command is tied or integrated with an activity, and it can basically launch devices as if it was a smart television. So let's see how this actually works. For example, let's turn the television on. Okay, Google, turn the television on.
Sure, turning on television.
All right. Television is coming on. So as you can see, as it comes up, you see the big G in the center of the screen. So I mentioned that this television was not smart. And I want to emphasize this television, by not being smart, it also means it's not Chromecast enabled. So on the back of the television, we have a small Chromecast dongle physically plugged in, and that's the only way it's receiving a signal right now, is through the Chromecast. Now the Chromecast, if you're wondering how the Chromecast is being connected, A moment ago, I showed you the Google router, the Google Wi-Fi product. So that Google router is network connected to this tiny dongle on the back of the television. And that's how it's able to basically get network connectivity. All right, so now, we've launched the television. If we want to stream something, we can give it a command. Okay, Google, cast the Disney Channel from YouTube TV to AJ's TV.
Sure, playing Disney from YouTube TV on AJ's TV.
In this case, I have the TV named AJ's TV. So this is pretty cool. So we've taken a TV that's not smart and integrated a product, the Harmony Hub, integrated Harmony Hub with Google Assistant, and essentially we can make a smart, a dumb TV smart. Okay, so there you go, guys. Home automation at its best. Smart lock. This is the Nest Yale lock. I'm going to start by entering a key code. So, successful access. All right. The very first automation I should see is the entry light come on. Okay, perfect. Light comes on. I want to go ahead and close the door. Now, next automation is the television. Okay, Google, turn the living room TV on.
Sure, turning on the living room TV.
All right. Next automation, let's turn some lights on. Okay, Google, turn the living room lamp on.
Okay, turning LivL1 on.
Okay, and here I have some colored bulbs here to kind of make things a little cooler. All right. Next, let's watch some TV. Okay, Google, cast ESPN from YouTube TV to living room TV.
All right, playing ESPN from YouTube TV on living room TV.
And also notice that this light has turned off. So I have automation scheduled to turn this light off after I'm in the building, in the home. Okay, Google, turn the living room lights on.
Sorry, something went wrong and I'm unable to control your home device.
Okay, Google, turn the living room lights on. Right. There's living room lights. Okay, Google, turn the living room lights off. Okay, Google, turn the living room TV off.
Sure, turning off the living room TV.
Okay, Google, turn the living room lamp off.
Okay, turning off LivL1.
There you go, guys. Pretty cool. Okay, guys, I want to take a moment to kind of revisit the Google automation. So in the previous video and the previous videos, I discussed in length, some different automation tips and tricks and so forth. But I thought it made sense, that we'll take a minute to review or revisit, the back-end activity behind the automation. So the first thing I'm going to do here is access the Google Home app. This is downloadable from the Play Store. So when I access the Google Home app, the first thing you're going to see is, my home. And particularly, I have a home titled, Johnson Family Home. Now, here's the important thing. What I have configured here are various rooms. Like, for example, I have a room here called AJ's room. I have the bathroom. I have DJ's room. I have the entranceway. I have the kitchen. I have the living room. And I also have a dedicated room for my lamps, living room lamps. But why are these things important? So you'll notice in some of the previous videos where I was particularly calling things out by name. And so I'd say, turn the living room light on, or turn, DJ's TV on. In reality, it's not necessary. I only do that, or only need to do that, when I'm in a different room. For example, let's say that I'm in the living room, right? I'm in the living room and I'm watching TV on the living room TV. And for whatever reason, let's say I want to turn on, AJ's lights, or turn on AJ's TV. In that case, I can call out, that particular asset or that particular device, and turn it on by calling that particular device specifically. However, if I'm in the living room, as you can see here, I have this particular TV named living room TV. But if I'm actually in the living room, I don't have to use a command, to say turn on the living room TV. I can just say turn on the TV. Because this particular device I'm speaking to, when I say device I'm speaking to, there are different components. Like, for example, there's a Google Mini, there's a Google Home Mini, there's also the Google Home. In this particular room, this living room, there's a Google living room hub. This is the Nest hub, so forth. Now, because this hub is located in the living room, when I give it a command, it knows that it has other things within this particular room. So in this case, this hub is aware that there's a living room TV, and it's also aware that there are lights in this room. So that's why if I say turn on the lights, I don't have to say living room lights, because it knows, hey, I have lights in my room. And in this process or concept is the same with every room within the home. Same thing with the kitchen. I can usually see, as you can see here, I have a Google Home device here. And when I say commands, this particular home device knows that there's a TV there, and also lights and so forth. In the entranceway, same deal. It knows that there is an entranceway light, and there's also a Nest thermostat. And so this is the back end things that are important, and to just understand how some of that automation is happening and why it's relevant. Okay, hope this was helpful. All right, take care, guys.